won't go once but twice, just got a piece of game. Pull up the team, go turn up. Pull up the team, go turn up. Pull up the team, go turn up.
It's the NBA brought to you by 2K Sports on this very special Easter Sunday. This is Kevin Harlan alongside Brent Barry and Greg Anthony. We've got David Aldridge reporting from the sideline. Take a look at the Warriors. They've got to be hoping that the road will be a little kinder to them than their winless homestand they just concluded.
And when these two teams meet, it doesn't matter what the standings look like. They are out for blood in this one.
Yeah, you love it when you have these kind of games. Two teams evenly matched and going at it.
And with these teams, Brent, we have a couple of the deepest rosters in the NBA, and not many coaches can go as far down the bench as these two.
Well, a major advantage if you have multiple guys that you have tremendous confidence in to go out there and be switchable, be able to pass, move, and initiate the offense. That's a luxury for a lot of coaches to be able to adapt that way.
And so it's the Warriors getting on the board first. Dunn. It's good. He makes his first shot of the game.
Just grown man work from Dunn inside. His incredible athleticism really helping get him these types of shots.
Pass to Thompson. And there's the whistle. That goes on Chris Dunn. That's his first foul.
First team foul.
Wiseman with the ball. Outside, Green. 5 to shoot. Green, the screen. A three-pointer. Wiggins connects from three-point range.
And now the defense is going to have their concentration on Andrew Wiggins. That's deep.
We saw Andrew Wiggins take a big step forward when he went to Golden State in 2020.
A lot of people think that's a subtle change, but I actually think it's a lot bigger. When you get a player of Andrew Wiggins' caliber who is born to score, and you adjust some of the shot selection and how offensively he's staying engaged, that's a big difference both physically and mentally. been a big uptick for him along with his defensive presence. No doubt one of the best two-way threats on any NBA floor. Leonard remains hungry to keep adding to his title collection.
Green, the screen. And Curry, here we go. Outside, Green. Good, and Curry gets the assist.
Well, a good start here. That's Trey for Trey, and that's Spanish for 3.
Here's Dunn. The Warriors pull it in.
I'm not going to see that very often. The defense in the vicinity, but still, he's not one to blow layups.
And Brent, unfortunately, the young career of James Wiseman has been plagued by injury.
Yeah, it's been really tough, Kevin, with that meniscus injury, 39 games into his career. He had his surgery, and then he was trying to come back, and multiple setbacks in his pathway to try to get back on the floor and become an impact player as the first overall pick a couple years ago. Kept him out the entirety of last season. Hopefully, this is the year where we see him fully healthy.
Now here's Leonard. He gives a bit of a scoring lift to the team, averaging 8 points a game. Thompson surveying the floor. And there's the whistle. That goes on Chris Dunn. That's his 3rd foul of the game.
Ouch. 3 fouls for him already. And now if you're the coach, you got to think about sitting him down.
And again, it's the Warriors missing. A moment now to hear from our sideline reporter, Hall of Famer David Aldridge. David.
Well, a bit ago, Tyronn Lue and I were able to chat. He told me we have to play really good interior defense. We know they want to get to the rim. We know that's the game plan. And so we've got some tactics to keep them from doing so. Guys, we will see what they came up with in the lab.
Thanks, David. Down low. Here's Wiggins. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
That's the aggressive part of Andrew Wiggins coming out of him, forcing the defender that time to get his hand in there.
And he makes both free throws.
Well, if Steph Curry works as hard at golf when he has the time as he did in shooting the basketball, I don't know. He's no slouch on the golf course.
Here's Curry. A beautiful reverse layup. Curry's got 5.
And Wiggins' game continues to evolve. You saw that right there. Good eye movement, found the shooter.
Oh, the power and prudence.
Well, not only looking at Paul George get up, look at the guys on the bench loving it from PG.
That's to Curry. Fires from deep. It's hauled in by Zubac. Clippers trail by 7. Leonard with the ball. And Curry picks him up defensively. Thompson outside. Now here's Wiseman. And here is Curry, covered by Wall. Always going up for the alley-oop here. And finished off by Wiseman.
I would love to throw lob passes to Wiseman because they could be anywhere.
And the foul is called. He intentionally grabbed him there for some reason. I don't know.
Kevin, all I can think of is that he's trying to slow the game down a little bit. Right. That's a stretch, though. Definitely a strange move on his part. But not really his best quarter as far as scoring. Let's see if he can eventually get back on track.
To Kuminga. On the wing, DiVincenzo. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. It's going to be on John Wall.
DiVincenzo's decision that time, pretty solid there, taking the initiative and then taking the contact.
And talking about Donte DiVincenzo, a native of Delaware, that's a state that doesn't see many of their own go pro.
Well, he has been a winner at every stop grade. In high school, back-to-back state championships in Delaware. And then he won 2 titles in college. He won a ring with the Bucks. And so the resume has a long list of titles with him.
8-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock.
Their play on both ends has been superb. We'll see if they can maintain the momentum.
Like tonight, that all the hustle plays have meant so much to this team. Now just sustain some of that energy and keep comfortable.
Pass pass to Howard for three. Kuminga with it. And so it's the Golden State Warriors holding on to an 8-point lead heading into the break.
The Warriors, 20. And please give a big round of applause.
Well, we hope you're enjoying your Easter as we are here as we get underway once again. Now let's take a moment to get your guys' take on the scoring so far for the Warriors.
How about the ball movement so far? I mean, the unselfishness, everyone here just playing for one another, and that can be infectious.
Getting to the inside is really important, but it's how close you can get to the basket. It feels like these guys are all around the rim in their attack tonight.
Here's Poole. High post, Howard. Kuminga with a wide open look. And that comes off the assist by Dwight Howard. Kuminga's got the lead up to 11 now for the Warriors. Here's Wall. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line.
And after not playing for a season, John Wall back in action, brought out by the Rockets, and he signs with the Clippers. If he can get back to where he was, that's a huge win for the Clippers. Could serve as a deadly third option for LA.
Outside Curry. And he uses the glass on the layup. Curry's got his third basket of the night.
The assist totals, Kevin, just continue to grow. They're way ahead in that category. Ball movement has been flawless.
Kennard on the wing. Back to Wall. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. GA with their fourth title, the combination of Steph, Clay, and Draymond Green, the single most successful trio in the last half-century in the NBA.
And some would argue the best trio of all time. The most wins in the finals ever by a trio with each made an All-NBA team.
Quick into the air, Andrew Wiggins up and throws it down.
Time now to turn to our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David.
Thanks, Kevin. Of course, the Warriors' offense stands out for its emphasis on ball movement. Coach Steve Kerr says if you get to touch the ball and be a part of the action, whether it's as an assist man, ball mover, shooter, dribbler, the more people who are involved in the offense, the more powerful it becomes. Kevin, strength in numbers indeed.
As has always been the case for his offense, the more the better. And it's worked for him. GA, thanks. And so it's Wall. He brings it up for the Clippers. 15-point game. They'll be hosting Orlando for the next one. And that game concludes a 5-game homestand. It's good.
And I just love the way Wall kind of knifes through that defense. He is masterful at slashing to the rim.
Thompson right side. Outside, George. Over to the left wing. And it's a defensive 3-second violation. The Clippers have made 4 free throws from the line and missed 2.
You've got to appreciate their ability to make free throws. 81% as a team.
And no good on the technicals, so unable to pick that one up. Now Leonard. He's got 6. That shot misses. Great D that time from Green. Curry on the wing. Launches it. Kawhi Leonard with the rebound. Clippers trail by 13. Here's George. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2. It's going to be on Andrew Wiggins.
And George wants to compete for titles, especially considering that he's in the back half of his career.
Well, in spite of the critics and the injuries, Paul George continues to produce one of the league's truly elite players.
Poole with no one around.
Jordan
Sinks the three-pointer. Poole's got 5 points so far.
They've been outstanding from beyond the arc this quarter. Their percentage has been climbing steadily.
To the paint. Oh, and they get in the way of the alley-oop. Not to be. Good play defensively. Here's Leonard. No good for the 5th time from the floor this game. He's made 2 shots.
With him struggling tonight, they need to find some other options out there to keep themselves in the game.
Screen by Howard. Here's Poole. And denied. He sends it right off the glass. Down to 5 on the shot clock. And Kuminga throws it down.
A good decision right there from Dwight. Excellent awareness on that particular play.
And you mentioned the injuries for Paul George. Let's see, GA, the broken leg, shoulder surgeries, last season a torn elbow ligament.
And I'm sure there are a few others, Kevin. But give him credit. To battle through and maintain his greatness tells you something about his competitive will.
Yeah, this story in the second quarter, much different than the one in the first. We're finally seeing some aggression.
To the middle. Here's Leonard. Got a piece of it. The Clippers again turning it over.
Now, into the lineup for your Clippers, Chris Dunn.
Here's the Warriors with the ball. They're on a 16-5 run. Screen by Howard. With the teardrop. That's good, and he's now 3 for 4 from the field.
Well, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. They keep getting it in the paint and continue to score consistently.
Here's Leonard. Pass to Zubac. Left side, George. That's in. He's got 2 made now, and he's shooting 2 for 3.
Paul George has such a deep bag on the offensive end. A polished scorer, and tough to keep him away from hot spots on the floor.
Here's Poole. And the last shot before the buzzer is off. And so it's the Golden State Warriors taking a 19-point lead into the break. What a defensive effort they put on Kawhi Leonard. It's rare to see him have the kind of trouble he's had tonight. Back to the action in just a minute. And with the second half upon us, we'll find out if this game becomes the route that it's threatening to be. For the Clippers organization, GA, what do you think the goal is?
Well, it's clear to me, Kevin, get to the NBA Finals. The Clippers have never made it there. And I think a trip to the finals is within reach of this group. They just need to stay healthy. They have been board dominant in this game. That's definitely been a factor in crafting this huge lead.
And it's Wiggins missing. Clippers trail by 19. The dive for the ball. It's going to be out of bounds. Los Angeles will retain possession.
Coming onto the floor for your Clippers, Norman Powell.
Here's Powell. Unable to get that one. Great D that time from Green. Now here's Wiseman. And finished off by Wiseman.
And that's what the coaches right now want from Wiseman. Just effort points, get in there, and stay active.
Here's George. Takes it inside. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
Personal foul.
That one on Thompson.
And when you look at Paul George, I mean, he's been in the middle of a couple monster trades.
Well, PG exchanged for 2 future All-Stars in Sabonis and Oladipo going to Indy. And then that massive trade to L.A., the Thunder got SGA and a boatload of picks. It just shows you how much value Paul George has. And trust me, he's very much valued by the team he's on.
And George with the stuff.
And it felt like Powell had the shot, but good job of feeding the open man.
And while we've got a moment, let's send it over to our terrific reporter, David Aldridge. David?
Thanks very much, Kevin. Not that long ago, of course, the analytical team shot way more three-pointers, and they found a temporary edge. But now every team shoots a lot of threes, and it's more about personnel. When it's a superstar shooting the ball, that mid-range jumper can be very efficient. Guys?
And DA, we see it all the time. Brandon Ingram with the New Orleans Pelicans. KD. The 2 players in Phoenix with Chris Paul and Devin Booker. DeRozan in Chicago. They'll hit those all day long. David, thank you. Curry outside. In it goes for the 5th time and 10 shots for him this game.
Good predictive steal by Klay Thompson. Makes a great read. Snatches that one away. Gets in the passing lane.
And Wiseman sends it back. Back to George. Outside Covington. Second chance shot. No good there.
Just a solid performance on the interior. The rebounding has been off the charts.
Got that one up quick. And that's now 7 points for Draymond Green.
And that's just a good look from Klay as his teammate was open.
Pass to Powell. Here's Zubac. It's stolen by Wiseman.
And that's his fourth, and no doubt he would have liked to have not gotten it this soon.
The Warriors shooting the 6th attempt at the free throw line tonight.
And they've been ordinary on the season as well, just about 75% from the line.
And home court advantage can give teams a huge lift. Greg, how different is it playing in front of the hometown fans?
It's huge. I mean, they give you energy. You don't want to let them down, so you tend to dig a little deeper when you're playing at home.
And it's sent back by Howard.
Now that reach of Dwight Howard is so impressive. A dominant shot blocker and a tremendous athlete.
Third quarter action and just under 3.5 minutes have gone. A three from Leonard. And again, no good by the Clippers.
All the energy is on the other side right now, and every miss just makes it worse.
Well, the other team is scorching hot, and they come down on this end and can't find a way to get the embers going.
Nobody near Leonard. The shot's good on the assist by George. Leonard's got his third basket of the night right there.
And with that three ball, he puts a halt to the 12-point run by the Warriors.
And the rejection by Cauley-Stein.
Don't want to be careless around Cauley-Stein. That's when he rises up and blocks shots away.
No one near Wall as he lets it go. And the three off target.
+8 in the rebound differential. One more reason why they're in control.
Man, I thought he was making that in so close. That's some aggressive defense.
And George, here we go.
Showing off those long strides. Really tough to keep Paul George off of his straight line when he's on the bounce.
Inside, here's Kuminga. Pass to Poole. 6 on the shot clock from past the arc. And it's the Clippers with the rebound. Here's Leonard. Wants to get it to Morris and does. From deep, George drains it from beyond the arc. George has got 9 points in the quarter.
And this is the time they wanted to mount the rally and get back into it.
And so it's the Golden State Warriors with a 21-point lead to end the quarter.
The Warriors, 52.
And there have been two very different performances from these teams today as we get going in quarter number 4. Warriors leading by 21. Green, the screen. And a great assist by Curry as that one goes in.
Yeah, that was the third straight high percentage look the defense has allowed. The defenders have got to start putting bodies on bodies.
Back to Leonard from downtown. The shot, no good. And it's the Warriors taking it the other way. They've got the Hawks ahead of them in their next game, and it's in Atlanta. And that game will be game 2 of 5 out on the road. And he gets contact and the whistle on the shot. 2 shots coming up.
And one of the many special things about Steph Curry is loyalty. Sticking with this Warriors franchise since being drafted back in 09.
And talking about Steph, he is the face of the franchise. And his loyalty is shown.
Steph's been a model citizen, never complains, never causes any issues, willing to work with young teammates. He is the ideal superstar to build around.
We've played just over 1 minute here in the fourth quarter. Outside Leonard. From deep. Andrew Wiggins grabs the board. Here's the Warriors with the ball. Here in the fourth quarter, their defense has been very strong, allowing no baskets. Curry's shot is off. So it's the Clippers now. Just about 1.5 minutes gone by here in the fourth. Leonard with the ball. Now defended by Wiggins. And with the 15th pick in the 2011 draft, Kawhi Leonard wasn't highly touted coming out of high school or college.
Listen, even in the pros, recognition took a while. How about this? He won Finals MVP and Defensive Player of the Year before he ever made an All-Star team. Now, one of the 75 greatest.
Curry, good.
Well, you can see and maybe feel right now him getting into the comfort zone out there after dropping the second three of the half.
Here's George. It's in and good for his 6th field goal in 10 attempts.
Well, Paul George can play in the supportive role, and then he could do things like that where he just decides to take over.
Here's Curry, and the rejection by Zubac. And that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Zubac. Outside Green. On the wing, Wiggins. Here's Curry.
And a good example of why Leonard perpetually makes the all-defensive team. You are caught on the Hawaiian Islands.
Now this is more like it. 9 points for him from three-point range this half. That's 9 more than he had in the first.
Here's Wall. He gets it in there.
Such a critical part of how their offense is going to flow. Things are only working when he seems to be on the floor.
And so much great talent coming into the league, Greg, every year. That 2021 draft class, in particular, looks very strong.
Absolutely. Anytime you got just a couple potential stars, but from the looks of it, upwards of 5, you know it's been a special draft.
And Howard puts these dunks away so easily, especially when he's that deep in the paint.
Outside, George. And the wide open shot from Morris. That's good. And so Wall with the assist.
And a guy with more of a mid-range game, Morris can still jack it up from deep if you give him enough space and time.
To the left side wing. And here's Poole for 3. The offensive rebound. On the wing, DiVincenzo. And here we go with Morris running it up the court. And Kawhi Leonard with the slam.
And so it's going to end up in the record books as a blowout, a dominating performance for the Warriors.
It was a standout performance across the board.
I mean, it was like watching a cat play with a mouse. They were able to do more or less whatever they wanted.
And an important milestone for them tonight as they pick up win number 10.
And once they polish off this win, they'll be one more victory away from sweeping the season series.
And we watched one guy all night long, guys, and looking at the stats just confirms what a dominant game he had. What a night tonight it was for Stephen Curry.
Well, those points he had tonight, all critical, all from energy and activity. He just never seemed to stop.
Look, it's always great to get into a rhythm, but do it when it matters.
Yeah, it's tough to mount a comeback like this and then fall oh so short. I'm sure that's weighing on them just a little bit.
And they came in determined to take this one. It's going to be a happy flight home.
Yeah, when you step into an opposing team's arena and you can play with this type of composure, boy, that food tastes good on the way out of town.
Stolen by George. Now 8 seconds separating the two clocks. Good ball movement here by the Clippers. To the inside, DiVincenzo. An easy 2 points on the layup.
Making every effort to put this game on ice.
You love that the guys are staying aggressive late in this ball game, just not wanting to let go of the rope.
Fader on the way. The shot misses. So we see the Warriors taking the game here. This one was over well before the final buzzer. The fans were waiting for something to get excited about, Greg, but they never...